Hey y'all, just goes to show you that I am exhausted, but I had to, do this video. I tried to do it a little earlier, y'all, and for whatever reason, it wouldn't play, and so I don't know what I did or what I didn't do, but I can't go to sleep. I can't go to sleep on this, y'all. I can't. So, yes, we're talking about the Country Wayne skits right about now, specifically the Amber Anthony Shayla line, okay? Uh, Side note, Mike's got issues. We want to talk about that possibly tomorrow. But yeah. Chase, my boy. Now you know Candace went to go see Shayla a couple of days ago or so. Time I don't even know what time is doing in Atlanta, okay? I don't. And she told Candace about her, Amber, and Anthony, and Candace kind of chewed her out like, I'm a married woman. As a married woman, I can't respect that. You need to do something because that ain't normal. Because Shayla says it's normal, it's life, and that ain't normal, sister. And Shayla got a little feelings hurt because she felt like she was being chastised, counseled, and judged. And well, yes, she was. So when Candace got home, she told Chase, and Chase was like, "What, Anthony? No, with Shayla? No, he ain't been answering my calls or nothing like that, And she even asked him, "You ever thought about my friends like that? You ever thought about my friends like that?" He was like, "Look, whatever they got going on, leave it over there because that ain't happening over here." He checked her on that one real quick, but he said he was gonna get with Anthony and find out what he could. So the video, I saw two of them today. Two. I know it's dark in here, y'all, but I am going to sleep real soon. I saw two videos today. The first one, they were in Chase's office. There was some other young gentleman in there, but then he left, and then it was just Chase and Anthony, and they shooting a little ball at the little basketball hoop on the door, talking man talk or whatever. And somehow or another, Anthony got around to the whole subject of marriage, And he said, you know what I mean? Man, marriage is something or other, or whatever. And Anthony's like, oh, yeah, marriage, yeah, cool, yeah. And speaking of which, how's Amber? Yeah, Amber's fine. Oh, yeah, Amber's good. Yeah, man, happy, you gotta do what you gotta do, because, happy life, happy wife. And I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically the tone of this conversation. And so Anthony's like, oh, yeah, Amber's good. Yeah, she's been busy. She working with the bar and everything. She good. He said, yeah, that's cool. How's little man doing? Anthony, Chase is referring to David. Okay, and y'all know Anthony ain't mentioned David's name since Amber told him she lost him. Okay, but he was like, oh, he good. I was waiting for him to like compound on that lie and say, oh, he growing like a weed. He ain't do that. He ain't do that. He ain't do that at all. Okay, so then Chase was like, oh, yeah. So they was just talking. So Chase takes his ring off. And then, like, 2 minutes later, he puts it back on. Talking about, oh, man, I feel naked without my ring. You know what I mean? Anthony's like, yeah. Because, Anthony still has on his ring. Okay. So then he said, yeah, man, we need to get together, because most of his friends, Chase said most of his friends are not married, so they don't get the whole married life thing. We ought to get together and do like a double date or something like that, right? And, he was like, that sounds good. He said, cool. He said, yeah, we can do that. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the group chat and we can talk about, getting together. And Anthony's like, go ahead and do that. He said, when? Amber's busy, but let's get together, blah, blah, blah. See, Chase was trying to get him to confess, we boys, you ought to be able to tell me, but he didn't. So he leaves at the end of that video. But right at the very end of the video, this is Chase. He's going, I gotta say something. So he's running after Anthony. Ant, man. Next video, Ant's going down the hall and he hears Chase calling him. He's like, yeah, what's up? He turns around. He said, man, I gotta talk to you, man. Come on, let me ask you something. So he goes back in the office. He said, look, man to man, I'm just keeping it real. Candace went to go see Shayla, and she told me that Shayla said that you and her are messing around. And Anthony's face was like, and it was like, yeah, really, man? Or Amber? What? And yeah, we was up at the lake house, and I don't know how Amber found out we were there, but she came up there and she called us. We was laying in the bed, and so whatever. And Chase was like, "Really, dog? Really? You messing around with her best friend?" Well, it's just things happen, blah blah blah. So he was like, "Oh wow, man! I never thought I'd hear that from you, man. I didn't know you would go that way, man. I just didn't know that." So Anthony is standing again, looking like a chastised child, like, oh, he don't know what to say, he don't know what to do. So then, Chase was like, "So what you gonna do? Y'all gonna try to work this out, or what? What?" And he's like, "I don't know." Yo, no. I mean, Anthony was like, "I don't know," and Chase was like, "What? Yo, no. I mean, that's your wife, And he was like, "Yeah, but it's a lot going on, and this, and that." So then he said, so when he said, excuse me, Chase was asking him, "So when she caught you, I mean, what? I mean, what happened? How did that happen?" He said, "I don't know. I mean, I don't know how she knew it was up there, but she came up there, and she walked in, and just went wild and everything. She even, she jumped on Shayla, gave her a black eye." Chase was like, "A black eye? A black eye?" I was like, "Really, Chase, you are into this fight thing." Because when Candace was telling them about that, about the whole situation, she mentioned that Shayla had said that her and Amber had an altercation. And Chase is like, "What? They had a fight? They was fighting?" So she's, "I don't know. She just said they had an altercation." So now he knows that Amber dotted that. Okay. He was like, wow, man. So y'all gonna try me, because marriage is this, marriage is that, and work it out, blah blah blah. And Anthony's like, I don't know, I don't know. And so then again, Anthony just, he's still, I don't know. He just walks off, and Chase runs for his phone, okay? And he calling Candace and said, "Oh yeah, they fought. Mm-hmm. And they finna talk about it. I predict they're going to talk about it." But see, here's the thing, and here's what was going to lead me to my prediction: is Anthony and Shayla are telling each other sort of half truths when it comes to what they've their interaction with other people. But they're on this whole, it's out now, we can be together, we can be a family. I'm trying to get the light from the TV, but it is what it is. We can be together and everything else like that. But Anthony is not really owning up to that, because he telling everybody it only happened a couple of times. It just happened. He know he was wrong, but he did tell Piari that he don't see himself not messing around with Shay, just like he told Dylan, because she's my piece. She gets me and everything. Dude, she don't get you. She got you. And when Brittany gets you, then Shayla ain't gonna want you. Your peace? Are you really at peace, dude? House hopping? You're not in your own home. You're not comfortable in telling, what, talking about your relationship as it is, keeping it real. Because Chase told you need to just go and talk to her. Get it out the open. And, just be, man up and talk to her, man. I'm just tell you, man to man, you need to talk to her. Everybody tell him that. And see, he went to talk to her, but he do nothing but gaslight her when he had that conversation. Okay? So I predict that Anthony's going to go tell Shayla that he talked to Chase. Okay? If that video ain't even already out. And I think he's going to pinpoint, why are you telling her? I think it's going to be obvious that she's telling more people than he is. Right? But when they see each other, they ain't telling these truths that they telling other people. Because he don't know. I mean, she don't know. Shayla don't know that he telling folks, "Oh, it only happened a couple of times. I don't know what I'm going to do." He ain't telling nobody he's divorcing Amber. But he told Shayla that lie. And it's a lie. I don't think he's going to divorce Amber. Who's with her daddy, by the way. Daddy's here from Africa. And that's another prediction. I think Daddy going to roll up on Anthony. I think he going to roll up on Anthony, y'all. And I think Candace might, roll up on Amber and try to talk to her. But it's starting to get a little bit messier. And a little bit messier. And a little bit messier. And I think it's going to get even more messier between Anthony and Shayla. But we're going to see. Y'all tell me what you think. But Chase put him out there, as he should. Y'all take it easy.